When I was 7, my father passed away. So my mother was only with me and my brother, so 3 of us. Everything I remember about my childhood was my mother working her butt off, trying to pay back the debt my father owed to others. Before my father died, he was a businessman. Many people had to pay him money, and he had to pay others money. So my mother believed if she doesn't pay the money back, my father will be paying in his next life. So she said, I can't do that to my husband. I can't make him pay the debt that he has to pay now in his next life. That's horrible. So she paid it. She worked for more than 5-6 years to pay back the debts. That was horrible. But the problem is, those who had to pay my father did not bring the money. They said, the man died, so is the business. We're not going to pay. 20 years have passed. We didn't receive any money from them. So that's the introduction the world has given me as the world that we live. Unfair. Justice. There's no justice. And I believed for a very long time that we live in a world that is horrible. And human beings are just evil beings. They are hopeless. That's how I believe to be. But however, there is another way to look at it. I've been working in charity organizations, NGOs. I've been working in NGOs for many years now. I know a lot of people, maybe 5 out of 10, do not believe in good. You know what I mean? People who work in NGO, at least 50% of them, they do not believe that they are doing something good. Maybe you might find it's really funny. I mean, to me, it is also funny. I mean, you can't actually work for charity if you do not believe in something good. They always believe, NGO is a way and a system to make money, to get funded, to bring projects. That's actually, a lot of the NGOs do in China, which is true. We have an example, like the famous Guomei, right? So I was thinking about this, horrible thing for a very long time. But there are very nice things happen in my life as well. Actually, I'm not using my PowerPoint. So I'll stop using it now. So the photo you see there, a little baby, she is 7 months old in this photo. When I saw her, she's only the size of a Pepsi bottle with a head on the top. Her mother got TB. She was in coma. She was unconscious, laying in the hospital. And she gave birth to a baby when she was in coma. That sounds really bad, actually. And she also got TB from her mother. So both the mother and the daughter were about to die. So my friend called me and said, there is this girl with her daughter in the hospital, so can you go and do something and help them? I said, yeah, a lot of people die. I can't just run around saving everybody. I mean, because I didn't believe that I can do anything about it. My mother called me. My mother said, this girl is from our village. Please go and do something. What can I do? I'm not a doctor. So I said, all right, Mom, I'll go do something. So with no clue at all, I went to the hospital, saw the mother, really desperate. She was like about to die. So the doctor actually told me, if they do not get proper treatment, they will die soon. When I saw the girl, this little girl on the photo, she is in the hand of some strangers. The father said, we can't pay for the medical treatments anymore. If the little baby dies, let it die. Can you please save the mother? I was really shocked. That's my finger in the photo. I mean, she touched me, and I was like, even though I didn't have much hope to the world, I thought maybe I can try. I don't know. You know, we always say like, everything has a price. I think that also applies to our sympathy. So I tried to raise fund for the girl. I wrote an article about the situation and posted it into my friend circle. I bring the article, I brought it to my office. I said, look, there's this girl from my village. She's about to die. Can you do something about it? My colleague gave me 1/3 of his monthly payment. I was so moved at the time. He said, give this money to them. So I started doing fundraising in my friend circle. At the end, I was able to collect 100,000 yuan in 3 days. So I gave those money to the hospital, and at the end, we were actually able to save the girl. Actually, this is the guy who gave me the money. He gave me his 1/3 of his payment. And then, the reason I put his photo there is, that's one of my friends there. I mean, they are doing good things around the world, trying to improve the world and trying to bring good to others. This is a project he did. These people in the photo are originally from Yushu. Do you know Yushu? Yushu, yes. That place. They're from there. They used to be nomads. They had yaks. They lived with, on yaks, selling yak products and this and that. They were moved to a desert, resettled, because they need to preserve the natural resources in Yushu. So they were moved to a place with deserts, nothing at all. They were given some money in the beginning, but at the end, when I went to the villagers are like, they have nothing to do. They don't know what to do to make money. They have no yaks anymore. They have no life skills. They don't know what to do. So my friend went there. He said, well, maybe we can try to help you guys. You know, maybe we can organize some sort of things. So he helped those guys to make dresses, Tibetan clothes. They started to make learning, like they actually organized a class with 20 people and teach them how to make clothes. And then at the end, they were able to sell those clothes for money. And actually, then I was interviewing this guy before coming to TED. I said, so how do the local people, you know, comment on the thing that you did to them? He replied with me, like, if you can make money by selling stones, how would you comment? That's there because he also taught those nomads there stone carving. Do you know money stone? Stone with money on it. With like a religious thing on the stone. They carve it and sell this for money. But that's how they were able to organize, change the village. He and his friend took them. They also teach those nomads how to grow vegetables. They have no vegetables to eat in the community. So the vegetables are actually, the photo is the result of the vegetables they're growing. So as you can see. So this is another story of my friend who has been working in anti-HIV ever since 2010. He told me a story. He said, there was a young Tibetan woman in her 20s. She fell in love with a boy. The boy had no good reputation in his community. Her parents said, do not get married with this guy. But she said, no, mommy, I love him. So they got married. After a while, the girl was found with HIV. So is the boy. So they started to have a conflict, each side believing that the other partner gave them the disease. And then the boy left the girl. they sort of kind of divorced or something. And then the girl with a baby, 2-year-old baby, the baby was also infected with HIV. My friend tried to help this girl because you can't. The girl was beautiful. I mean, she was not actually really sick. Just people found in her medical tests like she carries HIV, but she was not really sick. And then she is really a pretty girl. If she goes back to Tibet, many Tibetan boys will still like her. Maybe meet her, maybe have sex with her. God knows. So my friend had to prevent it. He brought the girl to the hospital, and they taught her how to use different ways to comfort themselves. And then, sorry, I'm a little off mine now already. It's been like a long day. So he was anyhow, he was helping the girl and her son. In the middle of the process, the girl was found 2 months pregnant. A woman with HIV with a baby inside her. So he started raising funds for them in his friend circle. They raised funds and helped the girl to deliver the baby healthy. The baby was healthy. The baby was not carried with HIV or anything. After the girl, he sent the girl back in her community with her mother and sort of rebuild her relationship to the society and community. Before she died, she actually had a really nice and calm life. This is a photo snapshot where this guy, my friend, was telling people how to stop HIV, those kind of things. It's just a snapshot. That's him. He was actually able to raise 2 million RMB for his project. So I asked him, what is the greatest thing that you gain from doing those things? And he said, my greatest gain is not being infected with HIV. Because he has to deal with people with HIV every day, and he feels really lucky that he doesn't have it. So this is another story, and I promise this will be the last story. Like, I see like bored faces already, like what the fuck is he talking about anyway? I promise this is the last story. So this is a community, nomadic community from the grassland. In the past, nomads lived very scattered. Like on this top of the mountain, there's one family. On that top of the mountain, there's another family. But recently, the grassland has been divided into pieces. Each family owns one piece of grassland, and then they just fence it. They put their yaks in the fences so they don't have to run after the yaks every day anymore. And those nomads are moved by the government. That everybody come together, live next to the town. So all the nomads are concentrated in one spot. They don't have to go after yaks. So there was a problem. They were so relaxed, they had nothing to do. They don't know what to do. Suddenly there's plenty of time. Nomads are so bored. So my friend went there because he is from that village. He organized college students, bring the students together, and then he started to teach them traditional Tibetan opera. And then they performed the opera to the community, to the villagers. And that's actually a snapshot of the performance there. That's the guy. I was asking him, so what do you think about the thing that you did? And then he said, I will just quote a nomad who actually said something. We knew something is missing in our lives, but didn't know what exactly it is. So that's the sentence from a nomadic person there. And that's the photo of my friend. So, I mentioned to you 2 different ways of looking at the world. The first one, I grew up in a bad childhood. I experienced really bad things. I sort of believed this world is hopeless. But on the other side, I see people who are small, who are not rich, who are very ordinary people, making changes to their communities, to other people's lives. They may be not changing the whole world, but they are changing one person's world, one community's world, one village's world. Before coming to TED, I was talking with my friends last night, and he said, "Are you really going to take this crap to the school and tell those college students this kind of shit? Do you really think they're going to believe?" I said, "I don't know. God knows." My question is, do you believe in good?
Yes.
You have a choice. Here you go. You have a choice how you look at this world, and you live in what you see. So that's the message I bring here to you guys today. Thank you.
感谢霍尔特达为我们带来精彩的演讲。的确，善良让我们一直坚持前进。下面的这位讲者呢，